Hello everybody, it is Tuesday the 22nd of February. I want to talk about our emotional energies, of the emotional states that we can be in, and I want to talk about fear, gratitude and compassion, because these are things that are being talked about a lot at the moment, and we are being told, get out of fear, you should be grateful, and compassion is the greatest emotion that you're capable of. And there we're judging. We are judging these emotions as fear is no good. Compassion is the greatest. And gratitude is something you should be always in anyway. So we're putting judgments on these emotions without understanding clearly what it is they actually work, and it is the understanding of that came to me at this moment. This morning, sorry. They work three different things. And what emotional state we should be in is really what is it that we need to receive. Because we are asking, in those states we are asking a specific thing. And we are receiving according to it. So it is not one is good and one is bad. It's not. It is what will serve you at the time. And you are capable of all three, and the Creator did not make a mistake when He gave you that capability. Right. The first thing I saw this morning was that gratitude is the way of the middle. It is where you remain stable in the situation that you are in. Whereas fear and compassion both work change. So when you're being told, you should be a person of the middle, that means you are a person that is in gratitude. So I'm sitting here thinking, if I'm up to my eyeballs in shit, and the whole thing really is not working, why should I be grateful? That is not my truth. That is not, I'm lying to the all. If my real emotion might be fear at the moment, then why should I overcome that and lie to the all, saying I'm grateful? When you're grateful, gratefulness should come out of the situation. It should be a natural reaction to the situation that you're in. And you would feel grateful if you feel relaxed, you feel secure, you've got what you need, you are, there's no immediate danger, and yes, you should be grateful at that moment. You have got what you need, and you should be grateful for that. But that is then signaling to the all that is what is happening to you at the moment. You are fine. With what you have received, with the situation that you are in at this moment in time, you're fine. And if you're not in that situation, then why should you signal to the all that you're fine when you're not? So that is the way of the middle. Now, as I said, both fear and compassion work change. And that is actually what got me thinking this morning, because I was thinking about fear. And I thought that, that fear actually receives very little. That's the difference between fear and compassion. Fear receives very little and compassion receives a lot. But then, this morning I was thinking about, again, went back into the Sinai and saw something else. And that is, when the Israelites were in clear and present danger at the Red Sea, with Pharaoh coming up behind them, and they were trapped, and they were in fear, they were in great fear, they were in desperation, and they actually received a miracle. So then even fear can work miracles, and they received a miracle because that was the only thing that could work now. You know, they were trapped where they were at. They needed a miracle, and they received one. So if fear can receive a miracle, so what's the difference then between fear and compassion? If they can both receive miracles, and they both give you what you need at the time, so what's the difference? And here is a difference between fear and compassion. What you receive in fear is temporary. That's the difference. So if you are in a moment of clear and present danger, there is a burst of energy, a short-lived burst of energy that will create in this reality. And in that moment, it parted the Red Sea. So they had a way out. They could escape. But that miracle was not permanent, because after a while, reality kind of reset itself. The Red Sea closed again. So there is, it will give to you in moments of clear and present danger a short-lived solution that will take you out. So what does compassion work? Because it also creates a change. It creates a change in this reality. But the change is not short-lived, but it is permanent, or rather it is a new permanent foundation from which to go. That is what Jesus said, do not build your houses on shifting sands. Because when you build on fear, those are shifting sands. It is only temporary, whatever you're being given. But on a new solid foundation. Now if we look at him resurrecting Lazarus, overcome by compassion, Lazarus got a new stab at life, so to speak. Yeah. So it was a reset. He was given back to life. And, well, it is not permanent as in, Lazarus will now live forever. No. It is a new foundation on which to build. So, and that is what Jesus said when he performed his performed his miracles. I guess that's the right term. He said to the people, sin no more. That is, you've been given a new chance, a new foundation, but what happens after that depends on what you do with it. Yeah? So, it is not guaranteed life forever. It's just you got a new chance. And there is building on a rock, building on something that will stay a reality and will not disappear after half an hour or an hour. And that's the difference between the two of them. Now, I was also thinking about the miracle of the fish and the loaf, where he fed the people And the fish stayed a reality. Again, he asked out of compassion, and the fish stayed a reality. And the people ate the fish, and they stayed a reality in the bellies of the people, so to speak. Now, if he had asked out of fear, maybe the fish would have disappeared out of the bellies of the people after half an hour or so. And the people would have been hungry again. And there's the thing about, if you build on fear, you will remain hungry, because nothing that you build will be permanent. So then, is compassion the only way? Yeah? I'm so much greater. Get out of fear, forget it. Just build that which is permanent. Then go back to the Sinai. Go back to the parting of the Red Sea. If the Israelites had asked out of compassion, yeah, and the Red Sea would have permanently stayed open. A new foundation, parted Red Sea. Now, in the age of environmental awareness, you might question the environmental impact of a permanently open Red Sea. But of course, the other thing is, if it had stayed open, Pharaoh would have caught up with them. So, no, a permanent solution at that moment was not what was needed. So, and there is, first of all, the understanding of those three emotional states and what they actually work, and the decision which is right or wrong, depends on the situation that you're in. What would serve you? Should you ask, or should you send a message of gratitude? Yeah, only if you have something to be grateful about, if that is truth. If you are in clear and present danger and you need something right now, even only for a short of time, short period of time to just get you out of that situation, then yes, ask out of fear. Fear is your servant at that moment. Compassion, be careful what you ask for. Really, because you are creating a permanent new reality, and then you have to be extremely certain about what it is you're asking for. And as I said, sometimes a short-term solution will serve better than making the thing permanent. So, but I mean, as we are now talking about the Great Reset, and here is a permanent reset can only be worked if we ask out of compassion. Whatever we ask out of fear will be temporary. And if our dear leaders think they can build something permanent by creating fear, they're building, and they've always built what they wanted on shifting sands. Because fear will only ever create a temporary solution. So there is an understanding. And if you read the Bible and you think about what is actually happening in those stories, you can see it. You can see the difference between creating out of fear and creating out of compassion. And you can see what it works. So and then we can be of sound judgment. We can make informed choices, out of knowledge. Anyway, I think I leave it at that for today, and I talk to you again soon. Bye.